Elon Musk has faced heat in recent weeks for being named in several documents of the newly released Epstein files. Now he's going on the offensive and joining those calling out former Trump advisor Steve Bannon for his apparent ties to Epstein. Messages between Bannon and Epstein unearthed by the DOJ's release of more files shows that the two stayed in contact right up until the day Epstein was arrested in 2019.
Now, emails from Bannon show that he was in the process of producing a documentary about Epstein at the time to help rehabilitate his public image. And the late financier seemed to show an interest in helping Bannon spread his message of right-wing populism that helped get Donald Trump elected. A new report from CNN goes into greater detail, saying, quote, in the days leading up to Epstein's arrest in July 2019, the two men exchanged a steady stream of text messages veering from breezy banter and dark humor to more serious strategizing around Bannon's efforts to foment a global populist movement. Bannon had predicted with eerie precision that the populist uprising that would carry Trump to the White House, forecasting a middle-class revolt led by right-wing forces that would soon upend geopolitics. Bannon appeared to walk Epstein through his plans for a new center-right coalition, one that could outlast Democratic elections for more than a decade.
Elon Musk has been a vocal critic of Bannon over the past year, and indeed before that as well. On Monday, he launched a string of posts repeatedly calling him evil and saying Bannon's list of crimes is very long. He also reposted several pictures of Bannon and Epstein together, as well as posts from conservative commentators, such as this one from the podcaster and youth pastor Alex Stone, which says Steve Bannon should be marked and avoided by everyone in the conservative movement. The more I learn about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, the more I am disgusted and disturbed by the man. And then this one from the right-wing commentator Ian Miles Chong, who reads, the fact that Steve Bannon was a Trump-hating degenerate and an ally who was trying to clear the good name of Jeffrey Epstein through the production of a documentary is only the tip of the filth-encrusted iceberg. Bannon has been critical of the Trump administration's handling of the Epstein files, questioning the DOJ's commitment to transparency. As of Tuesday, he has not publicly responded to the recent comments from Musk and from others. If I was Sloppy Steve, I would shut up about the Epstein files. I can't believe he was leading the charge to release these things. He looks worse than anyone. And again, got to be careful here. No evidence against him of sexual crimes whatsoever, but he did keep talking to Epstein right up until the man's death, seeking political advice from him, talking strategy, talking Trump-related things. It reflects horrible judgment on him. Steve Bannon should be run out of the conservative movement. I agree with Elon fully. Fully on this.
Well, Elon Musk has to address that he's the pot calling the kettle black.
No,
I mean, he's
not.
sitting. There's Forbes. Forbes released a picture. No,
black.
Forbes released a picture of him at dinner allegedly with Epstein. I mean, he said he didn't really know him like that. Had a nice sit-down meal that Epstein emailed to himself. He also is one of those people that's part of the group. That's,
Elon.
Yes. Forbes says that allegedly they were in the picture together. Yes, and I read the article this morning. Everyone is lying, saying they haven't met Epstein, but there's email correspondence. Elon Musk's brother has an email back and forth with Epstein saying the, quote, universe is conspiring for us to spend more time together. What is that? As he tries to plan a party attendance with Epstein. So your whole family is involved with Epstein, but he is also being so outspoken.
The Bannon stuff is a thousand times.
Elon Musk is still being
more.
so outspoken about this. It's like you shouldn't be the teapot calling the kettle anything. You be quiet. He's now looking at victims and saying, you victims speak up, and guess what? If you're scared about getting sued, I will pay your legal fees. This is what Elon's saying. So put it on paper. Yes, put it on paper, Elon. Sign that document, all these people, and let the survivor speak up. You'll cover every single legal fee.
He would absolutely do
Well, he
that.
should do that because I think that he's just...
They won't speak.
I think that he's just doing like this whole showy thing where he's like, I'm going to say this just to clear my name.
He did it. He said he'd pay for Gina Carano's lawsuit against Disney. She was fired from The Mandalorian, and he paid for the whole thing. And I think
I don't think people should take Elon Musk's word for it that are the Epstein's victims when he's in the Epstein files. I mean, that doesn't really make sense to me. If I was a survivor, I would consider myself making a silly move by trusting Elon Musk by his word. Sign a document. Get it done.
Don't worry, they're not going to make any financial.
This is not coming from like some priest. This is coming from Elon Musk. Yeah. That's saying that he wants to criticize another person for their entanglements with allegedly.
They're real cautious about speaking up, so I don't think they're gonna just start talking without an ironclad agreement. In fact, I don't think they're gonna talk. Period.
They might if Elon puts that on paper. I mean, he's a businessman. He knows how this goes.
Maybe.
I don't understand. Why do you think that Elon Musk wants to speak up so much? I think it's more of like smoke and mirrors. He said he barely knew Epstein.
Elon Musk
have other
and Steve
correspondences.
Bannon hate each other because they represent different factions of MAGA. Steve Bannon is the populist, economically far left. Bannon, he's such a conservative person, or his views are conservative socially. His economic views are left wing, like left wing. He is like a hardcore Marxist in terms of his economic views. He wants to antitrust. He wants to break up every business. He wants to destroy tech. I don't care for his economic views at all. Elon is in the other side of he's an economic conservative libertarian type. He wants free trade and free markets and low taxes and low regulation so that he can make more electric cars and go to space and do all that stuff. And they hate each other for that reason. So really, this is a proxy battle. So whoever looks worse in the Epstein files is going to be like, see, he's the really bad one. Now, objectively, Steve Bannon looks much worse in this whole thing, and I don't see how anyone could conclude otherwise.
I think the problem for me is that we've seen this tactic from Elon Musk before. It's almost like this erratic knee-jerk behavior where somebody gets on his nerves, is what you're explaining. He doesn't like someone's policies, specifically with like the big, beautiful bill. And then you start tweeting out, you're in the Epstein files. Wait until it gets revealed. Like, this is what he did to President Trump. You remember, it was only a few months ago where he did the same thing to President Trump. Like, oh, he's going to get embarrassed. Wait till this comes out. And then we're here, and it's like, Elon Musk, what are you doing?
Elon has a number of personal issues. He's way too online. He's radicalized himself on X. He is way too addicted to the platform he purchased. He has admitted to having some social, behavioral disadvantages, as it were.
Are you making excuses for him?
No, I'm just saying why he sounds the way he sounds. And there are concerns and reports that he uses too many substances that can alter how you behave. So he's got all that. He's a flawed champion of my worldview, to put it mildly, but he's my guy, and
you're gonna stick beside him.
I'm sticking with my guy.
You have said before
I'm standing with my man.
And I don't know if you use the word genius, but you have alluded to that he is pretty genius-like when it comes to.
I think he's the smartest person who's.
Okay, so the smartest person in the world. Get it together. Either you don't know Epstein or you do know him.
Well,
either your brother knows Epstein or wants to go to his party.
Outrageously
is begging to come to the island or not. What is it?
Usually have personality flaws.
I think you're really lenient with the excuses because you like this guy, and I think we need to be really honest.
I'm being honest.
Why did he lie to us? Why did he lie to us and say he didn't really know Epstein like that? And then we're seeing that he's basically begging to come hang out with him on his island. We see that his brother's begging to go to the party, saying the universe is conspiring to put us together. Like, Epstein. We see that you probably were at dinner with Epstein.
He meets a lot of people.
Nope, I'm not excited.
Steve Bannon filmed a hours-long documentary with Epstein for the purposes of making him look smart and good, for laundering him back to the media as a genius and an upstanding citizen. That's so much worse. It's so much worse.
I mean, worse is worse. Affiliating with a man that's a known pedophile, worse is worse. Both are trash to me. And so when we talk about the fact that your argument has always been that certain presidents and leaders have not affiliated with Epstein after he was convicted of these charges, and certain people have, well, Elon Musk and his brother are falling into the category that's completely disrespectful to me.
Okay, but Steve Bannon, that and then some.
So it's not about who's worse. It's like both are terrible. Both are not good.
I don't think the Elon
you need to figure out how to communicate.
Terrible. I think the Bannon thing is.
Oh, really? So if you're a good friend and somebody's convicted pedophile and your good friend starts saying, I think the universe is conspiring for us to hang out, or may I come to your island, you wouldn't look at your friend crazy for hanging out with a pedophile on their own island? Yes, you would. Don't take a deep breath. Tell me, would you?
I mean, now we have to get it.
Would you judge? Would you judge your friend for trying to hang out with a pedophile?
You keep saying pedophile, but what he was convicted of was non-consensual prostitution.
Okay. You want to be in the nitty-gritty about Epstein. The
well,
disgusting
you
man
asked
like
me,
that.
you put me on the spot about whether I would care.
Okay, fine. So would you care if your friends were hanging out with somebody like that? I would lecture all my friends.
Pedophile, yes.
Okay, but not specifically Epstein.
This is not specifically the situation that has been demonstrated. Up next, American freestyle skier Hunter Hess posted a positive message about the U.S. after President Trump bashed him for previous comments. We'll be right back after this.